can pull out of the bag as well. But I think Supreme, honestly, is one of the standout players. You've got obviously Seneko and Aero, who have been around for a long time. Charlie and Saberlight, being picked up from a couple of these European Tier 2 or Tier 3 teams. Supreme's come out and he's shown that not only can he play the cheesy heroes like Meepo, but he's super solid on Storm Spirit, Queen of Pain, which are incredibly high priority meta heroes right now. You mentioned the Keeper of the Light, immediately banned. OG are not dealing with any of that nonsense. Straight out the gate, it is gone.
This is the second hero that they really love to run. We've seen that over the past few days that OG is just banning out the heroes that can mess up with their tempo, and they are the ones who want to control the tempo of the game. Surprised that there's no Earthshaker and Enchantress banned. I mean, OG is going to take it 100% if it's not banned out. Saksa, his gameplay positioning so far has been amazing. Fisher blocks, you name it, Saksa is just one of the better position 5s right now.
He's done exceptionally well. I'm honestly a little surprised as well. There it is, Earthshaker gone. Enchantress still in the pool, but you're not going to get that combination. And OG use it so very well, this kind of, dual, not necessarily roaming, but kind of floating supports, where they are in these dual lanes, can tri-lane around a Luna if they want to go that direction. But mainly, they're kind of pinging between lanes. No Tail will TP to his safe lane, let himself die a couple of times just to secure that, kind of position 1 farm. Sax is rotating into mid, looking for kill threat to allow mid 1 to have a better time in that laning stage. So you don't have that kind of dedicated 2-1-2 and then TP rotation. They are just always out on the map looking for action. Phoenix, Shadow Demon joining the Pango, Void Spirit, Lash, and Ember Spirit first pick. Even with Keeper of the Light banned, still opting to go for the Ember Spirit.
Ember Spirit, one of the strongest heroes right now. Good at every stage of the game, checks a lot of boxes. You need to have good catch to be able to kill him, either a root mechanic or a silent stun. And he builds a Spirit Vessel. This is a top 3 items right now. Sage Mask, Spirit Vessel, Heaven's Halberd. These are the strongest items right now. Necro, Necro unit and Hell of the Dominator. All right, top 5.
Blink Dagger.
A Blink Dagger has always been good.
That's true. It has always been go back to Dota 1 days. Triple Blink heroes just coming out 20 minutes. So OG with a double hero response here. They could think about, Chen Beastmaster as an opener, go for, there's the Chen, and I'm wondering if they do pick up that offlane hero early on. Oh, okay, it's Chen Luna. That tickles me pretty nicely as well. I'm a big fan of when OG grabbed that Luna because it likely could have got banned out in that second phase.
So that means they want to control the tempo once again. They want to be the one playing aggressive, grouping around Luna. So what did they get? Against Luna, maybe you want to have something that, summons. You might try to steal Beastmaster. There's only one ban. Okay, so it means NIP just loves their Venturvyvern and Phoenix. They also love to play them together. So that means if there's going to be a lot of summons, I'm just going to use ulti. So now you need a hero for OG that can cut into backlines. Find Venturvyvern. Only one ban. They ban out Beastmaster. OG.
Assume so.
Yeah, OG loves to pick Invoker with Luna combined. So you have Alacrity, Luna. You have ways of setting things up, disengaging a team fight. And it's also the spell against Ember Spirit.
So I was wondering about a Grimstroke for NIP. Something to allow another hero to gap close onto Luna and try and take her down. Mars being banned out by OG. I guess Ember Spirit's still able to go across a number of roles. And usually it's Seneko playing the Wyvern, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
He's offer you so much wave clear as well, that Wyvern. Right, OG. You've got your 2 pushing heroes. You mentioned the Invoker for mid 1 could come out, give you, that solid mid laning stage where he's not really going to be pressured by anyone, apart from a Viper. Rubik for OG. So that's your instant catch onto Ember Spirit with Telekinesis. no reliance on long cooldowns either.
Even if Luna does not have ulti, they can still take a fight. In yesterday's series that we were casting, we saw the downside of having long cooldowns. 2 games of Faceless Void, where you pop a chrono, especially if it's a zoning one, and then you can't do anything for 160 seconds.
Well, NIP, they don't know exactly what they're dealing with. And this could be a tri-lane from OG straight out of the gate. There could be, you know, the Enigma coming out from Seb. Mid one's got a vast hero pool. So preempting and countering out signature heroes not easy against OG at all. So really you just got to focus on your own game plan, figure out what you want to do. Position 4. Era does like playing, you know, Weaver, for example, but it feels a bit squishy this game. Witch Doctor. Gonna give you the cask stun against all the summons. Good heal in the laning stage. A lot of sustain from NIP.
OG still doesn't have a hero that finds Wyvern in a fight. They could get... It's OG, it's very hard to judge what they're gonna pick, but they might maybe get Pugna. It's very good against the Wyvern, but they go for Invoker first, as we suggested. They ran it before, okay.
NIP knew it was coming. The snap pickup of the Broodmother.
I noticed that NIP tends to pick this cheese hero as 8th pick instead of just, you know, last picking it. They did the same thing yesterday against Team Secret, 8th picking Meepo.
I guess they're always afraid it's going to get banned out in that last slot. So they get their cheese hero before that opportunity disappears. So that means they're looking for the Broodmother against Invoker matchup.
And what do you get here? I mean, you need to swap Invoker can't lane against Broodmother. You need, like, Seb Magnus to be played on the mid lane.
Axe.
Axe is also another hero. That's instant catch against Ember Spirit.
Yeah, like a hero like Bristleback would, you know, be decent, but you do want that additional method of catching heroes and keeping these fights going for as long as possible. That's what Invoker and Luna are so good at doing. Extended team fights and then pushing into objectives. I mean, Axe is probably a pretty solid ban.
What else do you want to have against Broodmother? I think it's just going to be Axe or...
I mean, you could pick like a DK or something. You know, he can sustain in lane. Timbersaw is also out there. I'm thinking of heroes that can play with OG's lineup and lane against the Broodmother. They're in a pretty good position, honestly, to try and pick up one of those. How does Bat do against Brood nowadays?
I mean, you can just farm the spiders, you know. I don't think Broodmother is going to try to play aggressive. There's a window of opportunity when your Firefly is on cooldown. But still, you have like 40 damage, which is not that great. Okay, this was also another hero that would be able to control them.
Final pick Brew. Saberlight's hero going to be causing a bit of chaos. Very tanky boy. He's going to suffer to this Tornado EMP, though.
That's the only thing he needs to worry about. Not getting his mana burn. These heroes don't really threaten a kill on Brewmaster. So he's going to always be able to use the split off. I mean, OG still needs to pick one hero, but he's really not afraid of any of those. So that means a guaranteed primal split. In a team fight, needs to use ability right after he gets out of primal split. Otherwise, Rubik is going to steal it.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want Saxa getting his hand on that primal split, that's for sure. Plenty of time for OG to consider what they want here. They don't need much of it. You were right with the Magnus. Out it comes. Let's see if they swap roles around. It should, yes. Sumail, Luna, Notel Chen, Saxa, Rubik. Will be a mid-one Invoker, and Seb on the Magnus.
I don't think Seb plays Invoker, so they just might swap things around.
Just swap their roles, swap the lanes rather than swapping the heroes. NIP not picking any of their heroes yet?
And
Deep
what
in
could they
discussion?
possibly do, you know?
I mean, it's got to be the Broodmother mid, right? I wonder if we'll see the old, the old classic where Brood goes to a lane, puts a web down, and then goes to another lane somewhere. The sexy Bambo classic.
This is not 2016, Gary.
Oh, the good old days. Sableye Brewmaster. Yeah, there we go. Everything's slotting back into place. Charlie on the Ember Spirit. All as we expected as that draft panned out.
What happens if two players don't pick their heroes? Does Dota just gives them a random hero in Captain's mode?
It's a good question. Maybe it's like slot based. Like whoever's in the earlier slot gets the earlier hero. I'm not sure, honestly. I've never considered that. Imagine.
Like if you're just waiting, you have two flexible heroes who can be played at two different roles, lanes. You just wait, and if you wait for too long, it probably happened.
Yeah, mistakes are always being made. But there we have it. OG against NIP, game 1 of this best of 3. And OG with their Luna tri-lane potentially going to be coming out here again. But they're up against the Supreme Broodmother for Ninjas in Pajamas. They've pulled out a bit of cheese. Find out if OG can handle it. How are you feeling about the Brood overall? You mentioned it. It's 8th pick. It isn't that, 22 pick final hero coming out in the draft. Do you think OG have their bases covered enough?
Yeah, if you have Magnus, you're going to be fine. It's just about not allowing Broodmother to kill your tower early on. Let's see who's playing what. Seb is going to go mid as expected. Gloves of Haste, 2 shared tangos. I get that Empower.
And the Quelling Blade as well. So top lane, Sumail Luna. Saxa on the Rubik with boots up. And No Tail Chen, not too far behind. Going for those top bounty runes. As mid 1 Invoker will be all alone down in that bottom lane. Rushing into his urn, it looks like, as quickly as possible. NIP. Charlie's being closed in on here. Doesn't look like OG have the catch they need. Or maybe with Saxo actually going all the way around there. Maybe could have had the telekinesis, but they'll just grab the outpost instead. Charlie was a little bit too far away from the rest of OG.
You don't want to fall into that trap, to have Rubik with telekinesis level 1, 34 seconds cooldown. Like, you lift, and then what? What do you do after?
Unless you guarantee a kill.
Even if you do, I still don't think it's worth it. You're going to be losing a lot in the laning stage because of the same thing that happens with Shadow Demon getting disruption instead of poison.
Or the old Enigma going Malefist instead of Demonic Conversion. The classic mistakes. So Brewmaster, Witch Doctor top. Sableye with Era going up there. They're going to put Charlie Ember and Seneko Wyvern down against that Invoker. And it looks like we'll just have the straight 1v1 mid.
Invoker should be okay if they decide to keep this tri-lane. Like, this is how OG have been playing. Like, have one sacrificial lane when they're running a tri-lane. Even though sometimes it's not. Like, if they have self-sustainable off-laner, they played Beastmaster, they played Seb on Magnus, Enigma. So, you deny a lot of XP. They even played like Dragon Knight, where he won a game against the Slark +1 support, if I remember correctly. That was just insane. Like, it should not happen. Seb is that good.
He's very intelligent.
You don't care about Wyvern too much. What is Wyvern gonna do? 43 damage, level 1. Like, he's deciding, do I go for Splinter Blast? Do I go for Burn? And now he TPs to the top lane.
And already OG, I've just been watching this top lane and they're causing all kinds of problems, but Era with Seneca's rotation here, TPing to deal with Saxa, and Rubik will be falling. Witch Doctor gets the final touch. First blood spilled by NIP. Yes, Saxa got the little wave drag across, he got the courier snipe, and they pressured Saberlight, but still giving up first blood. As OG, maybe a little over-aggressive, not respecting the TP from Seneko, which came out very quickly. Still going to be CSing under that large camp, though.
My bottom lane should go fine for mid one. Like, you don't care too much about this chip damage coming out from Ember Spirit Slight, you can easily out-regen that. You're also playing on your safe lane tower most of the time, so you're gonna have extra regen, extra armor on top of that, and you can just dispel his Flame Guard once you have Tornado.
Yeah, not when you use Tornado before he uses Flame Guard though, which in mid one securing some CS down there. Charlie, level 1 Flame Guard, not the best. I think you're right. Mid one's gonna have a pretty damn good time there. And mid lane, 14-1 against 14-0. Seb probably with a few Spiderling CS in there. Supreme just trying to farm away in this Radiant medium camp, drag Seb over, and then take control of that lane again.
Seb says that's my camp, so he's gonna be the one farming it up. What is he bringing? A Soul Ring to have mana sustain, some extra regen.
Is under attack.
An urn already for mid one. Mid one, yeah, potentially has kill threat on Charlie in the next minute or so. He's got to bring some more regen down to him, that Ember Spirit. Top lane, of course. The tri-lanes, though, battling it out. No-Tail contesting the pull. Saberlight forced to last hit under tower. Luna at 11-1. Not too far behind the Brute. And a pull across here is going to drag NIP's attention into the little neutral camp, as Sumail will be able to free farm the full wave.
It's a very strong tri-lane from NIP. You have Witch Doctor Cask, Maledict, another slow. Surprised that Brewmaster didn't get the point in Cinder Brew. Like, you want to ignite people, and there's a lot of spells that you can ignite it with.
Supreme now jungling.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Seb was very close to clearing out all of the Spiderlings. He's got his
Radiant's
Shockwave
courier has been killed.
level 1, but Supreme sniping out the courier, so no boots. Oh, Seb doesn't get the broods though.
He could have killed it.
Overhead.
81 plus 32 would have exactly enough.
And melee units do bonus something damage? 50%? I can't remember now. Remember we had that thing where we were wondering how the hell someone killed the courier? And
Yes.
It's like, oh yeah, Sumail in trouble top lane. Luna being chased down. They've got the slow from the little Satyr to stop Saberlight giving chase, but a cast bouncing in will catch Sumail with a Maledict and a beautiful takedown on the Luna. NIP's tri-lane gonna chase No-Tail now, and my goodness, he's dropping quickly. NIP striking so fast, finding 2 very quick kills and a 3-0 lead for them so far. NIP, Charlie salving up bottom lane. Mid one, still giving chase. He's not got any spells left though. Everything on cooldown.
When they have a full combo on the top lane, Wyvern with the Arctic Burn, Witch Doctor with the full combo, like, one hero should die. Chen is not that strong against the Witch Doctor. Like, you get a creep, there's gonna be an extra bounce. Look at this rotation. They really want to get the bounties.
That should help.
Trying to guard them up. No one's gone for the bottom bounties. And there's 2 solo laners. One of them is in Fountain. One of them is just sitting in lane CSing. Saberlight. Hit by the Lucent Beam, and there's a little potato coming in behind him, but No-Tail getting whacked down by the crits of Brewmaster, and Sumail can't quite get the finish, but the little potato does! He's been mashed up and the Brewmaster's down. Now they turn onto Era, Witch Doctor. This potato, he's doing so much work. Little buddy, what a great job.
He's just damage. I mean, he also gets the damage from Lunar Blessing.
Yeah, he was doing
41
like 60 plus a hit.
Yeah. You don't expect it. Like, he deals more damage than Saksa.
Oh, that's pretty good. And they keep this Luna alive and farming in that top lane. Helm of the Dominator timing so important for this Luna to really ramp up. Stacking the camp. Give Chen some more opportunities, but they do make a move on to Saksa. He stepped a little too far forward, and all 3 heroes from NIP surround him. Keep the potato alive. No.
No-Tail trying to deny him.
He loses his little pet. And mid lane, both players, you know, shoving out wave and then going back to jungle. They are incredibly farmed. But Magnus at 3,600 net worth is 700 gold ahead of the Broodmother, Lacoste.
Seb knows how to utilize farm. He's been farming the side camp. When Broodmother is in his jungle, he goes and farms the other side of the river, that side camp. So far so good. And he's going for Boots of Travel, it seems, at one point, but just wants to get the Vanguard first to tank things up. Oh, Fade Bolt, the sound. Never ending.
And No Tail does drop top. Sumail trapped in the trees. Era still with the cast Maledict, so they managed to pick up No Tail pretty much just with Arctic Burn slow from Seneko. Double kill for Saberlight. And a 5-kill lead as NIP winning the tri lane against OG.
Now you either swap your lanes, put Luna on the bottom because she's not getting too much out of that lane, or you rotate Magnus to the top.
And try and use that RP. It looks like it's going to be NIP that start swapping their lanes as well. Seneko comes down bottom. I wonder if they want to try and get a kill on mid one, because mid one's being TP'd top. There's the lane swap you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, Luna's not getting anything out of the top lane. Like, she died 2 times, didn't get any kills. Also, they're sharing a lot of XP. Usually when OG is playing a tri lane like this, 2 supports are staying out of XP range. Mostly it's Earthshaker, who doesn't care about getting levels early on. And then your Luna hits level 6, and they can't go on you. Now Luna is only level 4, 8 minutes in, which is pretty underleveled.
Has an Invis rune here. Cask? Oh, Skewer just out in time, and Saberlight still going up onto the high ground. He wanted to use that primal split as quickly as he could. Try and find a kill somewhere, as the tower mid also being pressured by Supreme with the Blightstone. But Seb Invis, I don't know if they realize this is coming. He clears all the Spiderlings die. And the tower is going to be kept alive here as Saxa looking for the lift back with a cold snap onto Saberlight. They tornado back into the Wyvern as well. EMP gonna burn pretty much all of his mana, so now he's gonna pop his 1 to Primal Split. Seb, he's come out of Invis but hit by the Maledict. Stunned by the Cask, is he gonna RP? No, Skewer back. Sending himself into an RP onto the Broodmother, yes, but there's no turnaround play here from OG. No more TP rotations. Sax is gonna turn and run. Still level 3, being chased down by Saberlight. Drunken Brawler, and the clap, but a very wise TP home. As mid one, dived by the Broodmother, pops his wand and tornadoes back. Keeps himself out of that line of fire, but they got the tier 1 NIP, before that catapult wave, so they can go bottom lane potentially now and actually shove another objective.
When you have Brewmaster in your team, you want first rotation, first primal split to be successful, and it was. Like, they just didn't get the kill on a core hero, they also got the tower. We see that more often, like just 4 or 5 man rotation to secure tier 1 tower on the mid lane.
And now Charlie can get some farm up top lane. He's being hunted by mid one though. Oh, they want the outpost. 9 seconds to come. No searing chains for Charlie, so he can't stop this. Can't stun mid one. He's gonna have to run away. And they bring Luna back up top. Down bottom though, Saxa is being dived and found by 3 heroes. Again, this trio of Wyvern, Witch Doctor, and Brewmaster. So very powerful. If they get on top of someone, they die.
If Broodmother is not joining them, they have very limited tower damage. But there's a siege creep unit coming, and that should put some pressure on the bottom tower. Broodmother getting closer to her. Diffusal Blade. This seems like a pretty standard build these days. People are getting power treads before Diffusal Blade, and then you get a BKB so you can take a fight.
Yeah, then you can think about, do I need my Aghanim Scepter straight away? Do I get the Assault Cuirass? You got a few options after Diffusal Blade or the BKB. Top tower for OG, using these catapult waves with the Luna. Trying to trade out with this mirror movement because bottom lane is pretty much gone. NIP are struggling a little bit to get Charlie farmed up. And you do have to, as NIP worry about the tempo that OG are going to be bringing now, Helm of the Dominator for Luna's coming. No Tail is trying to close in on that mech.
If you check Seb's items, you're like, what is going on? Like, who's this hero? Probably that's your guess. If you didn't see Magnus, you wouldn't be able to guess it. But I can understand why. Like, Gloves of Haste, very good cost-efficient item in the laning stage, gives you attack speed, one of the reasons why he's the second most farmed hero on the map, and going for Boots of Travel so he can defend when Broodmother pushes and be with the team.
Yeah, he can be anywhere on the map. And then he's got all the HP and mana sustain that he needs, right? Soul Ring Bottle and Ring of Health. He doesn't need to go back to Fountain. Just stay on the map as long as he gets a couple of runes. Top tier 2 now. Suneko, hiding in the trees. Arctic Burn is about to expire. Gets off his curse before the RP of Seb, who did go for the turnaround.
Is under attack.
A couple of Chen Creeps doing a lot of damage there. Seb, no skewer, so he's going to get stunned up by this Primal Split, a Tornado to buy a bit of time for the Magnus. Now he RPs up the Primal Split units, and a Cold Snap back into Suneko. Mid one doesn't have any urn charges remaining. So a little bit awkward from OG, but Sablelight's gone way too deep, surely here, with Sumail and No-Tail surrounding the Brewmaster. They'll Eclipse, EMP, clear up the Brewmaster, and NIP not reacting as they're diving bottom lane for Saxa. Going for a Rubik kill, he's going to sleight of fist and buy a lot of time, jumping onto all the Spiderlings. He's never coming out of that. Okay, now find the call.
Infinite sleight of fist, you need to move the spiders, and he does.
No, freaking he's got another sleight of fist, you know, but they do bring him down. Seb's rotation, not going to find Charlie or Supreme, but that was a pretty amusing move from Saxa.
Radiant's bottom tower is
It
under
took
attack.
Supreme 2 slides to understand that he needs to move the spiders. So Seb uses RP after Primal Split to keep himself alive, which is fine. They got the kill. Okay, here's the Hand of God to keep themselves alive.
Chase. Remnants away from the EMP. Catching mid one with a Searing Chains, wrapping bowlers around his ankles, but mid one with Cold Snap, Ghost Walk, 18-1 charges. I really don't think you're going to be bringing him down anytime soon. So the map opening up a little bit here for OG, dragging heroes towards that top lane, but they still have to deal with this Broodmother Lacoste. 1-0-1, Supreme, top of the net worth, and so far nothing to stop him.
They have Seb to stop him. There's still a tier 2 tower. Tier 2 tower very hard to take down since recent changes, extra HP, extra damage on the tower. Like, it's just the Broodmother. They are very limited on the catch. You have Rubik, RP, and EMP Tornado from Invoker, but with the Cold Snap, it might be enough. Just
Supreme
kidding.
down to the low ground, scutters away. Going straight into that Aghanim Scepter. OG keeping Luna and Chen up top. This is where OG do love to play. Usually they're on Dire side and they come down to this Radiant jungle.
Dire's top
On this
tower
Radiant
is
side,
under
just trying to take out the top part of the map. Pressuring tier 2, but the backstab from Charlie. With the help of Sablelight's Primal Split, they're focusing multiple different targets now. Death Ward onto No-Tail, but Sumail's been focused down with Remnant forward. Does catch him out with a Winter's Curse. A couple of heroes down for OG here. They're going to trade back for Suneko. Yes, the Wyvern will fall.
Stolen curse.
Dog Troll. Come on, kill him off. Take him down. Saxa still has that curse, you're right. Holding on to it. Any kind of turnaround play with a potential for Seb to RP Sablelight. He'll use it, spin around, a little pirouette, and bring Sablelight back into the waiting arms of that Invoker. 2 for 2.
NIP needs to use Broodmother. She is extremely farmed at the moment. Like, you want to be putting the pressure with the Broodmother, and so far OG is doing a very good job. Still keeping their tier 2 towers alive. They only lost 2 towers actually, one on the mid lane and one on the bottom one. And Seb's not afraid to solo RP either a hero or just Brewlings.
That's all buying more time for this Luna to get real big. Again, going into that Hurricane Pike build for Sumail. NIP coming down south. Seems like they want to keep these fights going. Supreme. Tornadoed up and then a skewer, but it's gonna make the cask bounce back into the Magnus. Seb still focusing Supreme as mid one runs away from the Death Ward. The Winter's Curse though, focused in onto the Broodmother as the Stolen Curse gonna try and bring down Supreme, and there we go. Brood Mama gone. The Death Ward. Oh my goodness, Rubik. Saxes are stealing every ulti.
Eclipse, not very effective. There was a bunch of spiders, but they still got the kill in the end. I think Broodmother went for a very greedy build. I suggested BKB. Might even swap it. Like you see who's threatening you. It's Fate Bolt and anything coming out from Invoker. So you need to take care of yourself. Like they put the Cold Snap plus Spirit Vessel on you. You can't move. You can't deal damage.
Yeah, because they're playing bottom lane, No-Tail just stuck around top, has a catapult here. And that tier 2, not long for this world. NIP will just about keep it alive. Go for the deny. Remove some of that income from OG. And you're saying NIP needs to get the Broodmother involved. It also feels like Charlie here. Spirit Vessel is close to being done, but he's out in the open top. Remnant's back to safety in the creep camp.
Seb is getting so much out of the map because of this build. Boots of Travel, even gets Crimson Guard. Great against Wyvern ulti, great against Brewlings, Spider, you name it. I don't think you kill him here.
He is so tanky. Gets a couple of heroes caught up in the RP. Brewlings and Broodmother. Era Seneko, Death Ward down now as mid one trying to hold the line. Seb still whacking away with a 3-man tornado, but they turn with a curse, catching out Saxa. Mid one bringing his own Rubik down low. Sabler and Era still diving here with a cast bouncing into the creep wave. They'll find Saxa, and mid one still has a couple of spells up his sleeve. Sumail, oh, they've shifted focus to find Sumail back in his own jungle.
These
What was Luna doing there?
Big kills. Magnus, man, he can tank a lot of damage. Problem is Broodmother with the Spiderlings. Like, they invaded the jungle. All the webs are pretty much in their jungle and around the mid lane. So this is where Broodmother is going to be playing.
Made her little home, her big nest. NIP still, quite reliant on these long cooldowns of the Brew, Witch Doctor, and Wyvern to set up team fights and find the pickoffs. But so far they've been utilizing them so well. Every time they're off cooldown, they're finding these, 2, 3, 4 kills. As OG are trying to match NIP's aggression. But here comes their turn to try and turn the tides. Smoke into the Roche pit.
Saxa is showing on the mid lane, pushing the wave. I don't think he is afraid to die here, if that can secure the Roche for OG, but NIP, they don't know about it.
Mid one is so clever. He's showing, like, he assumes there's a ward on that high ground, and he's just showing, below his tier 3, then Ghost walks, and he's going to run back towards his team. As the scan connects on the Roche pit, NIP finally realize what is happening. Saxa and mid one, though, they're in a great position here to try and catch anyone maneuvering across the river. The jump in with the Searing Chains, but the Tornado to stop the Brewmaster getting the immediate takedown on Saxa. They do catch mid one with a Maledicts, but it is a real awkward setup here from NIP. Remnanting forward, the Skewer back into the Eclipse now. Saberlight, he doesn't get his problem split off, they cancel it out, and Supreme is solo RP. The Broodmother's about to fall. A little more damage is all OG needed. And now with Ember Spirit chasing mid one, he's going to Ghost Walk away, dust it up. Lucid Beam hits, he's got a Remnant to fall back on. Seb still trying to give chase, but OG the perfect setup for the Roshan steal.
They still have the Aegis and they're chasing. What a tornado from mid one, another route.
There's no remnants for Charlie. A good cask from Era will hold the advance of mid one and a great death ward. That Maledict takes him down. Charlie with that remnant aggressively, still trying to get back to base, but Era has been found by yet another death ward steal from Saxa.
Era had nice positioning in that fight, hiding behind one tree. Charlie, what are you doing?
Charlie? He's dying, mate. Saberlight gets a blink 4-man clap, and now the Primal Split comes out. He's trying to 1v5. He's going to take down No-Tail, look for the Tornado onto Luna.
Here comes Mama.
She still holds the Aegis, and Saxa does get dropped. Saberlight, he is solo winning this team fight. Sumail's going to have to run back now, focus down the Luna. That Aegis is about to pop. Supreme will take her out. And Ninjas in Pajamas, we were wondering what Charlie was doing. He was baiting for Saberlight, the real carry, with the Broodmother, killing off Sumail.
Wait, what?
The Cold Embrace stops the Broodmother from attacking. That surely was a kill on Sumail, but he manages to TP bottom.
I think he misclicked. Wyvern ulti was ready. I don't know. I don't know, Gary. It would be a pretty big kill. But nice TP out from Samael. Oh,
Instead, like, I don't know if it was
so
Splinter
bad.
Blast or Winter's Curse, whatever it was meant to be, but Seneko with a misplay. Now Supreme, overstepping, stuck inside the ice wall, gets a couple of webs out and the tornado misses. So the Brood Mama, she is going to slip out of there. Great little fight there for NIP after the Aegis take from OG. They didn't need to buy back anyone, right? They were just waiting for people to respawn.
Yeah, because OG stuck for a very long time trying to go for a tier 2 tower. And Brewmaster, like once he gets the split off, they really run. They're trying to burn his mana, and I love the approach from Saberlight. Just get a BKB after. Like, you don't care about any of the spells besides Magnus RP,
Radiant's
Nether
bottom
Shoal
tower
dropped.
is under attack.
Who do you give it to? Either Luna or
Radiant's
Invoker.
bottom tower has been
Invoker just holding a clumsy net for now. Gonna snipe the courier.
Dire's courier has been killed.
And that was Seneco's Glimmer Cape. OG setting up top lane, Magnus and Chen.
Radiant's bottom tower is
NIP
under
still trying to
attack.
grab that mid tier 2. There's a tornado EMP from mid 1. Cutting wave, but getting caught. They've got a lot of stuns here. Mid 1, he's not got Ghost Walk, so down he goes, and Sax are being chased by the Broodmother. That Fadebot's still bouncing. But again, NIP, the first ones to get there with a couple of kills, and OG not grouped up and not ready for any kind of team fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Luna still doesn't deal that much right-click damage. Like, she's top 3 net worth. But you're not that strong. Like, you have a BKB, defensive item, Dragon Lance. With the Empower, it helps. Helm of the Dominator on top of that. But still, you need an extra item just to be able to stand the ground and take a fight.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I'm trying to potentially catch out Charlie here. My TP Luna top. Also, Sax are coming in. Charlie clearing through a number of no-tails. Neutral army creeps. NIP reacting to this, trying to swing northwards, but Broodmother, all her webs still down bottom, doesn't really want to come up here to fight. OG are just trying to force NIP away from that bottom of mid lane with a 2-man RP. Saka, they caught him with Seb. Great Eclipse coming through from Sumail as well. They get off the Primal Split, but they've already lost their 2 teamfight supports. So now the Glaives bouncing in onto Saberlight. He's lost both of his little Brewlings there, and the Earth one trying to escape. 400 HP, 200 HP. He's going to get clicked down.
Smack him.
That is the Brewmaster down. One more whack from Seb with a big old hammer and a double kill for your Magnus.
Man, how
And
is
this is
Seb
OG.
so good? Did you see what they did? So Seb blinks in, turns around, does a pirouette mid-air, and then skewers them where 2 centaurs are standing from a Chen. So they use an extra stun. So 4 seconds of extra stun on top of that, coming from 2 centaur conquerors.
It's from Luna, skewering those 2 supports straight back in, and the trio of observables here from OG, all up in this top part of the map, seeing absolutely everything. Beautiful play from OG.
And that ward just expired. If they did not have that ward, it would be much, much harder to pull off something like this.
Seneko there signaling. Now we've got to try and de-ward this little area of the map. Saberlight showing himself on that top wave. The backstab from Broodmother. Charlie Era also coming in from the right-hand side. But mid one, Invis with a Centaur Stomp. The chain stuns onto Charlie. Ember Spirit. He's about to drop. They do get the Cold Embrace, but it's not enough. Now, Luna turns the face up against the Broodmother, clearing out the Spiderlings, and the Brewmaster, he's in there. Primal Split will come out. Finally gets his ultimate off. But Luna so strong, forcing Era away. As the Glaives and the Lucent Beam will take down the Witch Doctor. 2 heroes drop. They will try and bring down this Sumail Luna,
He's
but
still
Essence Ring
alive.
with Hand of God still alive. Broodmother finally gets the snipe on her. as the slider fist from the Rubik bouncing around and mid one dropping low. Broodmother disarmed through the deafening blast. Mid one isolated now, left alone, and OG, they will bleed out. A double kill for Supreme.
Used one buyback on Era.
Oh, no tail. Maledict with a death ward. Saberlight is trying to chase this one down. The Broodmother's got such a great gap closed to get herself a triple kill. And OG, actually, even with that really quick burst of the Ember Spirit, still losing out on the team fight.
There was no RP used. There was no Eclipse.
Dire's bottom tower is under
But
attack.
once they have those abilities and use them properly, I still feel OG can win a team fight. Now Broodmother has BKB, so it's going to be much easier for her to stand the ground and fight. You don't care about Tornado, so you get on top of one of the targets and just instantly kill it.
And you've got the Spider's attack damage now. So much more damage from the Broodmother. Oh, but Seb doesn't care about Spider damage when he just one-hits about half of that little army.
OG is just trying to isolate one of the heroes. They're very afraid of Winter Wyvern using Curse to reset the fight. Oh yeah, he's gonna keep that one. Spider Legs, Magnetar, plus a Titan Sliver.
Spider legs against the Broodmother.
It's just very good for positioning for Magnus. You can run off the cliffs, position yourself very nicely. Here it comes, Blink is ready, but nice change from Saberlight.
And they're still scared of that Winter's Curse. Trying to focus Sineko a little bit here. But Supreme with the BKB. Straight onto Saxa. And there is no chance for your little Rubik. Look at this Broodmother with a BKB. The massive spider with the legs wobbling all over the place. Straight back onto No Tail. And the two OG supports annihilated. Supreme coming in with another real big peak of strength. And Roshan, what are we looking at? 1 minute 45. Would have been perfect for NIP if they could have found it.
BKB on Brood.
No BKB can get RP'd. In comes the Ember Spirit with a Remnant, but what's Supreme doing? Seb's going to BKB, try and chase down Era. Sablelight's there on the high ground, but Sumail, now a little bit isolated, has been left alone by OG. She's going to turn and fight. Seb skewers out. Everyone's scattering to the wind.
Luna can't just pop the ulti. She needs some kind of a setup, even though she has Lucent Beam cooldown and the cast range. It's still very hard for her to, fight on her own. She needs a backup. Once you get Butterfly Satanic, then it's going to be a different story.
Both of these teams really focused on this next Roshan. Mid one, Invis, into the pit. 1 minute until the big man comes up. OG,
Dire's bottom
they
tower
are 5 heroes strong now. Broodmother's still gone for 20 odd seconds. Saberlight comes down the staircase into the waiting arms of OG. A good Winter's Curse will reset the fight and allow a primal split if Saberlight wants to pop it, and he does, of course. Tornado, though, cancelling it out once again with an EMP landing and a Centaur Stomp. They've chain stunned the Brewmaster. He has no mana. Deafening Blast and the Lucent Beam clears him up. Saberlight didn't get his ulti off.
going to beg.
Such a great
has buyback.
zoning EMP. They could not pass through this.
And now they're going to grab the outpost, control up that Roshan area.
Dire's bottom tower is under
NIP
attack.
probably going to have to buy back the Brewmaster here.
Roche will respawn in 10 seconds. Keep someone or one of the Chen creeps inside of it. There's no curse for 40 seconds. Saxa, be inside. 2 more seconds. It's all it takes.
And there it is. Seb did TP down to bottom, shoves the wave into the tier 1. Mid one's being focused by Supreme, who popped his BKB to get that kill. Buyback available for mid one, though. Seb recalled across the map as Ember Spirit TP's bottom. He has a Remnant somewhere. It's so hard to see with all these spider webs everywhere. Like,
Near the Roche
where's
pit.
Ah, there it is. Looking at the mini-map, overrated. Still no one gets Roshan. Tornado and a little Satyr Banisher in the pit. No Luna full butterfly. Satanic queued.
How many legs does Spider have? Brood Mama.
What do you mean?
I can't count. 1, 2. She's moving too fast. Is it 8?
Yeah.
But both of the
she's
teams
got
have
8.
spider legs, so it's -2.
Well, because they've taken...
Yeah, they've
ripped
taken
off
the
her
legs from the from Brood Mama.
So that's what spider legs are. NIP hunting for Seb. His little spider legs coming out. What's that tier 1 bottom? It's like a hit away from death. Is he going to commit for it? He's thinking. But Charlie now showing Remnant in towards the jungle, looking for another one. But the blink away from Seb gets the Magnus out of danger, and he's being recalled across to the Roche pit. They've dragged NIP down there, and Roshan now open for OG.
They have so much damage. NIP might not be there in time. They need Sona Eco to set things up.
Well, it doesn't look like
Oh
they've
man,
got
what a
smoke
play.
either.
If they get away from this, yep. Alacrity, Empower.
Tornado. And a Centaur, but it's a zoning EMP and an Ice Wall again. Era trying to focus mid one. Good little cask bouncing around, but Saxa able to set up for a kill on the Witch Doctor as the Primal Split comes through. RP from Seb being fake pumped there, focusing No Tails. The Chen retreats back to his high ground. Seb gonna kill off the
Look at all these
spiderlings,
spiders.
down little babies. In comes Sumail with his BKB, trying to take down Supreme. Holding onto the Black King Bar on Broodmother as they think about, tentatively rejoining that team fight. But NIP -1 hero don't want to get caught up in a 4v5. And Seneko, okay, he TP's home. OG taking it again, this Roshan with some really nice map movement, forcing NIP to go from one side to the other. And they're also going to get a catch onto Brood. Trying to force the BKB from Supreme, and that is exactly what they'll accomplish. Seb, again, thinking about that solo RP.
Look at all these auras on the heroes.
Dire's bottom tower
Like check
is under
Luna.
attack.
Lunar
Dire's
Blessing,
bottom
Empower,
tower has
healing
fallen.
cooldown, whatever that means. It's Mech, Vlad's, Helm of the Dom,
Dire's
Swiftness
middle tower is
aura.
under attack.
The status bar is not long enough. What happens if you have too many auras?
don't
Dire's
know, man.
middle tower has fallen.
I mean, we're going to have Alacrity on Luna as well, right? There it is.
Dire's middle
Sumail
tower is
onto the
under
high
attack.
ground, and OG looking to hit this timing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Aegis, BKB cheese for Sumail.
Repair
They've got
kit.
repair kit. That's gonna. Oh, RP from Seb. That's beautiful. A good catch into the Eclipse, and two heroes again obliterated. Charlie dead, and Seneko buys back as the tier 3 about to drop. Gem on the floor. Saberlight blinks in to try and zone them away, and Broodmother focusing mid one. Great Tornado will force a couple of them into the sky, and mid one force staff away. But he's still going to get hounded here by NIP as the buybacks flow out. No tail. Is there anything to cancel TP? Is there's a Winter's Curse? They need some bigger targets. He yulls up onto the Luna. They're going to catch Sumail. He's
keeping
surrounded by
out.
3 cores, and the rest of OG, they have escaped. Mid one. And it looks like No Tail. The 2 casualties of war there, while the tier 3 still survives.
This is the second time Sumail just TPs in front of them. They used everything. Sadly, they could not get the tier 3 tower because of the repair kit. How many charges do they have left? Witch Doctor, I don't see any left.
Where is that repair kit? In the stash, I
Dire's
guess.
bottom tower is under attack.
Just what the doctor ordered.
It doesn't say it's consumed, so I guess they've still got some left.
Radiant's top
Now,
tower
NIP,
is
they
under
defend their
attack.
base, but OG still have Aegis for another 2 minutes. So it feels like the second
Radiant's
round
top tower has fallen.
of onslaughts coming. And with catapult waves now, OG just have to group around that Luna, try and push down the mid-tier 3 again. RP in 30 seconds, Eclipse in 43. I guess playing around those timings is still important. And what's Charlie got? Ember Spirit going into BKB now. Spirit Vessel, Yules. He's so reliant on his spell damage.
There's rune of illusion.
Doesn't really have any physical. That's really all down to the Broodmother now.
Oh, mid one. Arcane Rune, Quickening Charm. What's the cooldown of it? 7-second cooldown on Cold Snap. Duration 6 seconds. Not bad. And he's the one
cold snap.
who's controlling the vision, setting up the wards for his team. Like, you can't do it with Chen right now because Broodmother, you know, might scout you
Dire's
and then
bottom
you're just
tower
dead.
is under attack.
Tornado onto 2 with an EMP. Mid one's found a nice little catch, forced the Remnant away, but Sableye stuck up on the high ground as an RP from Seb. The Broodmother being focused, a good cold embrace. Does keep Era alive. Supreme now back onto Saxa as the fight split and spread. Sableye doesn't have mana for his ulti, so he's going to BKB and try and run away, but Sumail is cleared through Era. Broodmother's BKB is going to get popped, but mid one just ghost walks in business away as Luna still has that Aegis. Focusing now with the Eclipse towards Broodmother. 4 stab forward, Supreme drops low, but it is not enough. Sableye a little bit out in the open here, though. The rest of his team going back in to try and reset this fight. They've got the Witch Doctor caught up, though. Another good Glimmer Cape and no reveal from OG. A sentry finally dropped as No Tail being shredded by the Brood. Hand of God buys him a few more seconds with the 1. But NIP have managed to bring him down. The trouble being, Sumail is back to full with mid 1. And Seb, where is he? He's going deep.
He's in
near
front of
tier
4
3.
heroes. Yeah, I think Seb might overextend. He's still alive,
Winter's
not
Curse.
for long.
Saxa down. Mid one, he's got a BKB. Sumail from the high ground. What can he do? He's got no Eclipse. He's been 4 stabbed down to try and TP home. There's no stuns. So OG losing 4 heroes in a row. NIP once again with a great in and out team fight. The buybacks used beautifully.
Once again, they're using the buybacks to keep themselves alive. Broodmother just hit level 25. What does he go for? Spider's HP? I mean, you need to get the other talent. Damage plus more lifesteal is much, much better. Also, there's going to be a full Abyssal Blade pretty soon on Broodmother.
I'm back on Magnus. And Supreme, it's NIP's turn to go high ground.
Are fortified.
Multi-shot from the tower, doing great work. NIP need to wait for that additional creep wave to come in. Charlie has his BKB coming.
Middle tower has fallen.
There's no way to get Brewmaster across the map, but Sumail, Maledict and Death Ward, that is going to be a big problem for him. He's going to BKB and turn. As the Glimmer Cape is back up to save him, thanks to Saxa.
NIP is relying on Broodmother and Brewmaster to deal the damage. Like, Ember Spirit's really not doing that much. Only a Spirit Vessel, BKB, 2 defensive items. So as you said, just, you know, magical damage coming out from Ember Spirit.
It looks like a nice double outpost here for NIP as well, but OG should be ready to smoke up and move out of their base as tier 4 items are coming. The leveler for Luna. Holding onto the Titan Sliver though, as we saw an Illusionist's Cape over on the Dire side. Not really the greatest heroes to take that item.
Leveler?
No, the Illusionist Cape.
I'll give it to
NIP.
Luna. She'll gladly take it.
Yeah, NIP, just give the Luna your Illusionist Cape.
She's gonna find one for herself. Okay.
Well, there you have it. Full Satanic now done for Sumail as well.
It's so easy to bait with that item.
Well gotten.
Princess Knife on Broodmother, she'll probably take that one.
It's so good for pushing out waves, like the Hellbear with the Lunar Illusion. Look at them on that bottom lane. That's just going to clear the entire wave, actually.
Thrift rewarded.
That's pretty ridiculous.
And it lasts for so long. The strength of this illusion is that you can't tell if it's real or not. Like, it takes 150 damage. At this point of the game, like, when hero has butterfly, lifesteal, it's very hard to judge whether it's real or not.
Prize.
And Sumail, he's manning up, going for Divine Rapier.
Hell yeah. Roshan alive in 30 seconds. OG looking for that team fight brawl to begin before they try and grab Roshan. And smoke up, and mid one ghost walked. Broodmother showing on that mid lane, but the rest of NIP smoking, coming from their triangle. They probably feel that Roshan's happening, but look at OG, they're set up for a push on top tier 3. NIP have to come and defend this one way or the other. Now into their jungle as the Supreme Broodmother does break high ground. No, she's going to farm a jungle camp. It's going to be Charlie that leads the charge. Gets a Spirit Vessel over onto Magnus, so no Blink RP from him. The Blink and Cinder Brew. Primal Split popped by Supreme. By Sableye even. Trying to find No-Tail hiding in the jungle as the Era Witch Doctor. And the Saxa Rubik, they're being picked off by the backstab of both sides. Cyclone up onto Luna. Still empowered up. And Magnus unable to RP. He's going to have to BKB here, surely, to try and get an RP. He's got 2 targets, but the runaway from Sableye. Now the Winter's Curse. Being focused down by Centaurs as the buyback from Rubik does come out. OG, they're scattering around this fight, but NIP are doing this dance of death with them. Really focusing down the backline supports as No-Tail being brought down low. Sumail pops with the Eclipse onto the RPing Broodmother. Supreme, they've caught the Brood. They've got the chain stuns. The damage is good, but the Cold Embrace buys a bit of time. The Skewer back, out, away, but they've still got the damage. Sumail, the right clicks are ridiculous from this Luna with the bonus illusion. And NIP losing 2 of their big cores, no ultis remaining, while OG 2 buybacks on their support means the push can continue. They've got the jump lift up and the kill onto that Brew. Ember Spirit down, Brew buys back, so does the Broodmother, and Invoker very deep behind the tier 3. Sableye, he's in a 1 versus 4. He's cold snapped up, Glimmer Cape and no reveal. Cold Embrace will buy some time as Charlie diving in deep with the Centaur stomps, the micro from No-Tail, chain stunning Charlie as Sableye ripped to shreds by Luna. Sumail is so powerful right now. Seb, incredibly tanky, just skewers away from the tier 4s. NIP on their last legs. They can't deal with a Sumail Luna. The Broodmother's trying the hardest.
BKB in a second.
It's coming, but the speedy Brood gonna get chased by the remnanting, blinking Saxa. Rubik gets the snipe, and Brood dead for 2 minutes.
I believe that's game. That's your main source of damage gone. Now they're just gonna go for tier 4 towers. Luna, it's just gonna shred it. Man, it's just a pleasure to watch the way OG is spread around that fight. And they get the perfect target off. Like Witch Doctor, he causes a lot of issues for them, so they take him out first. Winter's Curse, oh man, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, they slay mid one, but look at this. Rubik, Saxa remnanting and taking down Charlie, and the throne exposed all alone, and down it goes. OG take game 1, but man, a super close, well-fought battle. That could have gone either way. Just OG's execution, these really scrappy, chaotic team fights, ever so slightly ahead of NIP.
NIP, that team had a lot of promising, bright future when they were chicken fighters. No surprise that NIP picked them up, and they are looking better by each day. It doesn't matter that they lost this game. They looked still very, very strong.
I really did, playing around the map beautifully. It's just those little moves, where OG, they are able to push out those side lanes with Boots of Travel on Magnus, with that recall from Chen, causing problems and forcing NIP, to the bottom half of the map, going to take Roshan,